In today's video, we are going to discuss Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, a short story by Alan Sillitoe. Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner by Alan Sillitoe very accurately portrays the inner turmoil of an individual working class boy caught up in the system. The protagonist, Smith, is the perfect example of the anger and frustration that the working class people went through in the 20th century. The Angry Young Men. The post-war 1950s Britain saw the rise of a group of writers who were always angry and frustrated because of the class divisions. Jimmy Porter in John Osborne's Look Back in Anger, which is a 1956 play, is the archetypal figure which represented what these writers wanted to tell. These writings, which were mostly dramas and novels, presented main characters who were opinionated and socially ambitious. They were disillusioned by the lack of opportunities for the working class. There were also writers like John Brayne, whose Room at the Top was an important work of this genre. Alan Sillitoe, 1928 to 2010. Alan Sillitoe was born in Nottingham to working class parents. His success as a writer offered him an escape from that social background. He left school at the age of 14 and worked at factories. During this time, he read extensively. He also joined Royal Air Force and worked as a wireless operator. He lived in France and Spain for 7 years in an attempt to recover from tuberculosis. For him, Nottingham was grey and boring and provided a backdrop for a number of his writings. The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner is a short story by Alan Sillitoe, published in 1959 as part of a short story collection of the same name. The work focuses on Smith, a poor Nottingham teenager. He lived in a dismal home in a working class area, and he has nothing much to dream about or aspire for. He is put in a borstal for a petty crime of stealing from a bakery. Even though the boy is guilty, the reader cannot help but feel sympathy for Smith. In the borstal, the boy turns to long distance running as a method of both emotional and physical escape from his situation. He is actually noticed by the governor or warden and is made to participate in a long distance running championship. As we read the short story, we are introduced to Smith as he runs in the early morning chill even before sunrise. So running becomes a metaphor for thinking in the short story. Smith starts seeing everything as clearly as he can as he runs through these fields. The story was adapted for a 1962 film of the same title. In the story, Smith was actually caught by the police for robbing a bakery, and he is sentenced to be confined in Ruxton Towers in Essex, a borstal or a prison school. These kind of schools and highly restrictive circumstances. Smith seeks solace in long-distance running, attracting the notice of the school's authorities for his physical prowess, and the school's authorities think that this boy can actually run really fast. Smith is offered a light workload for his last 6 months at Ruxton Towers if he wins in an important cross-country competition against a prestigious public school. For Ruxton Towers to win the cross-country race would be a major public relations boost for the borstal administrators. But when the day of the race arrives, Smith throws victory away. After speeding ahead of other runners, he deliberately stops a few meters short of the finishing line, though well ahead and easily able to win. He just stops there without doing anything, much to the disappointment of the upper class people who had even made bets on his victory. In deliberately losing the race, Smith demonstrates his free spirit and independence. The response of the borstal authorities to Smith's action is heavy-handed because there was a lot of manual labor awaiting him. However, looking back on his action, he has no regrets. He knew what he was doing when he did it. Long distance running gives the protagonist an ability to freely escape from the society without the pressures of a team, which may be found in other athletic stories. Smith uses running as a way to mentally reflect, allowing himself to give clarity to his political insights and share them with the reader. Through running, Smith begins to understand and become aware of the class divisions in Britain. Rebellion and isolation dominate the story. As Smith grapples with his life's meaning and direction, he comes to understand and defend his defiance of authority. He feels that he is in forced isolation, or rather he isolates himself through running. This enables him to think freely and clearly. The whole story is about whether one can retain his own individuality. Smith's most significant discovery is this interpretation of an honest life because as he stops running, he stops listening to any kind of authority. And he also understood through running, while he was thinking through running, that all the injustices that were being done to him, and he was so frustrated in his anger, and he just wanted to do something on his own. That even though he fails in the race, he actually wins in his individual protest. He actually wins in his individual protest against the authorities. This was a kind of victory for himself. So it was the first time he did something for himself, and he wanted to do this against the authorities. So in doing so, by stopping in between the race, he is actually defying the authority. So that's all about loneliness of the long distance runner. Thank you for watching. You can also visit my blog. The link will be in the description box below.